Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com. Today we're going to make a daisy like the daisies on this frame. This frame is in the 2019-2020 Stampin' Up! Catalog, and it's here on page 23, and I saw it and really wanted to try to make this frame. So I've made one, and you get the frame at Hobby Lobby. This is July 2019, and they still had them for $7.99 on sale, so I don't know if they'll have any more when you go if you'd like to make it, but you could do this with a lot of different frames. And these daisies are gorgeous. So I thought I would show you how to make the large one. There are 4 large and 3 small daisies that are on this frame, but I'm just going to show you how to make one of the large ones. So let's get started. Now this project, here's the one daisy we're going to create. And this this daisy has 11 layers. Do you believe it? 11 layers, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We're going to use 4 different punches today. We're going to use the 1/2 inch circle punch, the 1 1/8 scallop circle, the medium daisy punch, and the large daisy punch. So let's get started. We're going to start off with the large daisy punch, and the one I'm going to make that I showed you is from Flirty Flamingo. I really like this color cardstock, and I wanted to make another one, and I could even make several because I like this so much. And the thing about creating these daisies is you stamp 2 and punch 4. So I'll show you how that works. There's 1 stamp, 2 stamps, okay? So that then goes to the side, and we punch those 2 plus 2 more. So we're just going to line this up, line up our punch. Let me just see here. I've got my glasses on, so I'm looking really carefully. Okay. There's one. It's not hard to line up. It's just that the ink is the same color as the paper. So it's just a little bit harder to see it there. And you know what? I'm just going to cut off the edge to get it a little better, punch. Sometimes it works better to do that, to get it all lined up. So, all right, let's get this one lined up. Okay, there's our second daisy. Now we're going to punch 2 more, and we don't have to line anything up, so that's quick and easy. And we'll punch our 4th one. Alrighty, so we're just going to set that to the side. Now we're done with that. And now we're going to do the same thing with the medium daisy punch. And these are the daisy stamps from, I think I forgot to say, the Daisy Lane stamp set. We're using the larger daisy stamp and the medium daisy stamp. And this uses the Daisy Lane bundle in the new catalog, where you can get the medium daisy punch and the stamp set for 10% off at a bundle price. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with the medium. We stamp twice and punch 4 times. So we're going to line these up and punch. Let me see. Okay, 1 and a second stamp daisy, and this is because these stamped ones are the ones that are going to go on the top, so they'll show, and we want those little stamped flowers to show. 3, and sometimes that gets stuck in there. Sometimes the little papers get stuck. There we go. There's the 4th one. Okay, that's done. Now we need 2 pieces of Blushing Bride cardstock punched with the scallop circle punch, the 1 1/8 scallop circle punch, and I've gone ahead and done that. And then what you do is you use your paper snips and you cut in about 1/4 inch all the way around. And I've done one completely, and I've just left a few little places to snip on the second one. So that's another layer that you need, 2 of those. And then finally, we need the little center, and we use this cute little 1 1/2 inch circle punch. And the way we do it is we stamp, it's going to use the center from the larger daisy stamp. So I'm using crumb cake ink, and I'm just going to stamp that just to get the center on the Granny Apple Green paper. And now I'm just going to punch that little cutie out. You have to be careful you don't lose him because he's so tiny. And that's our flower center. Okay, now we are ready to assemble our flower, our daisy. And for this, you need your bone folder, and you're going to curl up all the petals, and you just want to do it quickly and easily. So I'm going to start with the lower two, and those are the unstamped ones. Very gently just curl those petals just a little. Don't pull too hard, or you know what happens. The petal pulls off. I've done that plenty of times, and I hope not to do it today. Okay, so there are two, and then we do the ones with the stamped image on the front. We're going to do those just a little bit, just a soft little curl. And if you hear a noise, that's my husband. He's at home, and he is using our ice maker and getting some ice out of the fridge. So I asked him to be quiet, but I think he forgot. Okay, so now we assemble your daisies are assembled with multi-purpose liquid glue. This is going to hold them together really well. And you just need a tiny bit, and then you just alternate the petals like that and press it down just like that. Now that's the first section of our daisy. And what I like to do, I like to use my Take Your Pick tool, and I use this end, the cover that's flat, and I just kind of press. Oops, it moved a little bit, didn't it? But I want to press it down to press all the glue together. Okay, now let's start with our medium daisies that we punched. And we'll start with the ones that are not stamped, and we'll just gently curl their little petals up like this. I think these medium ones are just adorable. Now the three small daisies that you make, if you wanted to make the entire project, only use this medium and the next level. So I'll show you. It doesn't use the small daisies on the project. Do not use the large flower stamp and punch. And that's why they're small. Okay, we've almost got all of these curled. And let's start our gluing. So we're going to start with the ones that do not have a stamped image on the front. And again, alternate your petals. So those are the two unstamped, and now we're going to add a stamped one. Kind of have to pay a little attention here. It doesn't matter an awful lot, because when you get all these 11 layers put together, it's very forgiving in case the little glue squeezed out like that or something. Okay, so now I'm going to go back and just press again on the large one, press again on the smaller one, and now we're going to attach these to the large one. I'm going to put a little more glue on that and see if we can kind of get it centered right inside the flower. And we're going to press. Okay, now we're going to set that aside just for a minute. And for the other three pieces, we need to actually form them, kind of curl them a little bit. And your Take Your Pick tool has an attachment that has a little flower forming ball, paper forming ball at the end. And I'm just putting it on a little pad that I had. You could definitely use your Stampin' Pierce mat. And I'm just going to go around in the center, and this curls the flower up. You see how it's just curling up like that? And I'm going to do the other one. And then I'm also going to do the center. Now this cute little center, remember we stamped it with the crumb cake ink on one side, and it's then unstamped on the back. So it's the back that you want to curl. You want to have it come into a little curled form, because this is going to be the center of our flower. So there, we've got it curled up pretty well. Now let's go back, and we're going to press down. I'm going to put my lid back on if I can find it here. Here it is. and press down a little bit more in the center to make sure that that is getting all pressed together. And now we're going to do the same thing, a little multi-purpose glue, and the first of our Blushing Bride scallop circles, and then some more glue, and the second one. And again, I'm going to press down in the center. That takes just a minute to dry. And in the meantime, we need to get ready to put our little flower center on. And for this, we're going to use one mini dimensional. This is the tiniest little thing, and we just need one mini dimensional right there in the middle. And I'm going to make sure it's adhering very well to the center. Then I'm going to pull the paper off. And I'm going to put it right down in the center there. See if I can get it positioned right. And then I'm going to use my tool again and press that down so that that little mini dimensional adheres. And you can just, if you want to, just kind of make the circle a little tighter. And there's your daisy. Now, what I like to do, what I found out that I like to do, is just pull these edges up. You can just pull them up a little bit to fluff the flower, kind of like that. And you can just keep on playing with this little guy until you get him just the way you want. Isn't that just adorable? 11 layers, but oh my goodness, isn't that just pretty? Look at how nice and thick that is. You can flatten some of the ones on the base. They just come out so cute. Now I'm going to show you again the frame so that you can see all the flowers. And look at when you really take time and fluff them up, look at how pretty they are. And then they're glue gunned onto the frame. Here are the smaller ones. And I thought you might like to have a sheet that I created with instructions just for the flowers. And this sheet, I'm going to have it down below my video in a PDF that you can download. And it tells you exactly what you need for each one of the flowers. And the inks that you use, the cardstock, the inks, and exactly how you do it in case you want to create this beautiful frame. So thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm really excited to put a picture in this and put this out on a table in my living room. I just think it's adorable. And I'm glad you were able to share with me as I made a daisy today. So please pop over to my blog, prettypapercards.com. You can purchase all of your supplies there. There's a Shop Now button. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you don't miss any of my YouTube videos. Thank you so much for stopping by. Bye-bye.